I'm sure you can recall many defining moments that have shaped who you are. Perhaps you saw a powerful speech.
So with this philosophy, I hope that all of you, regardless of your obstacles, can have a very happy life as well.
Maybe you attended your first concert.
Yo, I got a wife. Don't be throwing bras at me, bro.
Tried some life-changing cuisine. For me, one of those defining moments was finishing this book right here, Deep Work by Cal Newport. Wall Street Journal best-selling author Eric Barker describes the deep work principle as the superpower of the 21st century. This book is broken down into two parts. The first part is explaining exactly what deep work is and why it's so valuable, meaningful, and rare. The second part is 4 rules you can follow to really make sure that this principle sticks. I'll get into all of that in just a minute, but as per usual, I just wanted to express that I'm just some guy on YouTube offering my opinions. Take what works for you, leave out what doesn't, but most importantly, with any videos like this, it can feel productive to watch them, but it's actually what you do with the information and how you apply it to your life that you'll see the real growth happen. So, without further ado, what the heck is deep work?
You have all of our attention just by screaming anything.
That's good to know.
We live in a time where digital dependency is at an all-time high. Deep work is a remedy to set you free from this digital dependence and to help you regain back all the time that you long for. As defined by Cal Newport, deep work is professional activities performed in the state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive abilities to their limit. These efforts create new value, improve your skill, and are hard to replicate. Getting more done isn't about working harder, it's about being less distracted. Cal Newport has a different way of saying the same thing, in that his productivity law is high quality work produced equals time spent times intensity of focus. The challenge we face in our digital world is a widespread suffering from performance residue. Performance residue occurs when we switch between tasks constantly. Deep work helps overcome performance residue by focusing on one task at a time. It will come as no surprise to anyone that as technology continues to exponentially increase, our ability to adapt quickly and produce high quality work efficiently is of utmost importance. Yet, despite this importance, it's becoming increasingly rare. This feels like a good place to... The principle of least resistance states that in a business setting, without clear feedback on the impact of various behaviors to the bottom line, we will tend toward behaviors that are easiest in the moment. This is what Cal Newport would describe as shallow work. These efforts tend not to create much new value in the world and are easy to replicate. Shallow tasks include things like email, working while you're chatting with coworkers, just anything that doesn't really require an immense amount of focus. Depth is becoming increasingly rare, therefore it is becoming increasingly valuable if you do it. There are 3 fundamental ways he argues that deep work is meaningful. Those 3 ways are neurologically, psychologically, and philosophically. Writer Winifred Gallagher beautifully summarized why depth is meaningful from a neurological perspective. The skillful management of attention is a sine qua non, essential condition of the good life and the key to improving virtually every aspect of your experience. Focus on depth and your energy will focus on projects and tasks that are meaningful and that align with the person you wish to be. The best moments usually occur when a person's body or mind are stretched to its limits in a voluntary effort to accomplish something difficult and worthwhile. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. The quote from this man here can also be described as a flow state. Any person who has ever experienced flow can attest to the fact that it's the greatest feeling there is. It's a feeling of undistracted concentration where it doesn't even feel like you're working. It feels like you're looking down on yourself and watching yourself work. Deep work creates an environment where flow is more likely to happen. We who cut mere stones must always be envisioning cathedrals. Quarry Workers' Creed. The last argument behind deep work is that the richer and more challenging the work is in the moment, the more fulfilling it will be in the long run. It's a form of delayed gratification in the sense that you don't see immediate results, but it offers returns on your time that far exceed those moments when you perform shallow tasks. So at this point, you're either intrigued by the deep work principle, or you have closed out of this video.
Turn the video back on. Turn it on.
If you are still here, The second half of this book gives 4 key rules for how you can make deep work a habit and a principle that you practice on a daily basis. In the book, Cal Newport talks about 4 different types of depth philosophies that can really help you tap into the deep work principle, but I'll leave those to study on your own. Instead, I'll focus on the 4 different ways and the 4 keys behind execution. Number 1, focus on the wildly important. Essentially, the more you try to do, the less of an impact you will have in each of those areas. Pick the most important things in your life, do your best to cut out the rest, and watch as you start to make more and more progress. Number 2, act on lead measures. There are 2 different types of measures, leading and lagging. Lead measures are within your control, i.e. produce high quality content like this. Proud of me, Mom? Lagging measures, on the other hand, are the results of your actions. Focus on controlling what you can control and let the results take care of themselves. Number 3, keep a compelling scorecard. We've all heard the saying that what gets measured gets done, and it's for good reason. It works. Find a way to quantify those wildly important things so that you can stay on track. How I like to measure is to track how many Pomodoros a week I did for my 3 habits of creativity, reading, and stretching. Number 4, create a cadence of accountability. Intentions can only get so far, and when your willpower has run out, you need to have someone who can hold you accountable.
Buddy.
In my first video of the year, I talked about how my dad and I wrote contracts for each other. I would highly encourage you to go watch that episode and to do the same thing as well. To become a master of deep work requires diligent practice. One of the areas that we as humans can use a major reboot in is the area of improving our ability to become bored. This is tough because embracing boredom is, well, boring. Our constant need to satisfy our distraction cravings really take us away from the ability to concentrate deeply. So if you develop a mindful relationship for when you feel like you want to pull out your phone, ask yourself why, and you'll be amazed at how often the answer is to just distract yourself. Rule number 3. Quit social media. This one is my personal favorite. I talked about in my last video how I have actually gone ahead and quit social media. It has been a keystone habit that has helped me in so many ways. I go into all the details on that, so I'll leave that up to you to go watch that video.
Turn the video on.
Rule number 4, drain the shallows. In the shallow la 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 lows. A tech company by the name of Basecamp received heavy criticism when they opted to go for a 4-day work week as opposed to 5 days. They did this in an attempt to not just give their employees more time off, but also to ensure their employees are more productive. Jason Fry, the CEO of Basecamp, had the following quote: "When you have fewer hours, you usually spend them more wisely." Not only did the company's output not drop, it actually increased. This comes with an important revelation. Arbitrary deadlines and minimizing shallow work help you trim the fat in your life and cut out the things that really don't matter as much as we think they do. If you're still here, thank you for your viewership. I have said it time and time again, but I'll say it again. Watching videos like this is a good use of your time, but it's actually applying what you learn and putting it into action where you'll see the real results and help you go from where you are to where you wish to be. So I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for your viewership. Until next week, you sexy beasts.